Good evening and welcome to the PSGL Sprint Championship 2, an evening of fast and furious action featuring drivers from across the PSGL leagues, all the way down from F7 and to the top in PSGL F1. So last time out we had a Sprint Championship, a brand new format, and it was a really thrilling championship we saw, going right down to race 7. So I'll explain a bit more of the format in case you missed the first one, but we are just loading the intro, or should I say the lobby, for race 1, and then we will be getting underway. So in terms of the format, we will have 7 races from 7 different tracks, 5 lap races with no damage and strict corner cutting, with the real F1 point system, and the person with the most points at the end of the evening will be crowned the Sprint Championship champion. So let's have a look then at what happened last time. So it was ACR Leon who took the championship by 1 point from TGG Po, with Lambo, J Architects and Odems making up the top 5, and some notable drivers in the rest of the top 10. Now it's a slightly different grid today, so we may well get some different faces here. So then let's get straight into the action, and we are here at the Shanghai International Circuit, of course the home of the Chinese Grand Prix, for the first round. And as last time, we will have a one-shot qualifying session in round 1 and the final round. So one-shot quality in the first race is really there just to establish the grid, and you know, it's a good opportunity to get high up the grid for a chance of some good points to kick off your bid to become the sprint race champion. And Leon, certainly, he was very bullish early on, aiming to win his 3rd PSGL Community event in a row. Of course, he won the 1970s Classic event and then the Sprint Championship in February. So we shall head for that. And, well, you had one job, Leon. You had one job. Well, may have to do a restart then. Yeah, we're going to have to restart. Sorry about that, folks. Well, best laid plans and all that. Oh well, honest mistake, I'm sure. Yeah, well, we may as well get this in the background here. Nice sound of the engine as it heads down the main straight. Well, we're going to get a new lobby, a new online championship. So Leon's going to make it, because unfortunately in the normal ranked lobbies it doesn't calculate the points in the same way the online championship does. So any blame for that can go to Leon. But, you know, we'll have to restart that. Now all races will be conducted in clear conditions. Thankfully, with the magic of OBS, I don't have to go into a blue screen to join a lobby. So we're just going to wait here. So I'm going to just a warm welcome to those in the chat. Of course, I'm not expecting a big audience tonight because of Man United's big Champions League game, but it should still be a great event. We've got a full grid today, which is fantastic, actually. So that's really good news in terms of the event. And Mr. Grumpy is very happy with Man United's start to that game. Massive message he just sent me. And, well, accidents happen, Leon. It's all good. I'm sure the rest of the grid. So bear with me, guys. We are making a new lobby and we will soon be underway for this Sprint Race Championship 2. So I'm going to just going to be slightly broken in my communication because I'm going to be multitasking. I'm going to send some more invites. Just got to join the new lobby, guys, and then I can start sending out invites again. So hopefully we will not be too far. I'm just going to check. Yeah, We have points. Woo! We are halfway there. Okay, right. So to all the racers and all the people watching, we've had a slightly aborted start because someone, not naming names, forgot to set up the lobby properly. Okay, so I just need to send some invites out to the racers, so just bear with me. Right, so we have Cablo, Praga, Boomer, bunch of other people. All the people called VSR, it actually does it does make it somewhat easier to get them in. Alright, that's 11 of them. Right, who else do I need? I accidentally invited Jamie995 earlier. I didn't say anything, Leon. I didn't name you once. I didn't say anything. Oh damn, did I invite Jamie again? Oh damn it. I'm very sorry if I keep inviting Jamie multiple times. But yeah. He's busy defending his GT Sport Championship in another league, I believe. May need to help inviting some of these people in. Right, I think that's over half the grid I've invited, and I think most of them will be getting back into the lobby. So again, yep, that's a good point, Jamie. You are both Welsh. Could not agree more with that statement. Well, it looks like everyone's rejoined rapidly, so we should be underway pretty quickly. Oh, do we have more than last time? No, can't do. Oh no, we're good. We're good. Right, I just need to invite Warren Haig, and then I think we're good to go. I thought I did already, but... Oh, there he is. Right, there you go. Right, there's an invite for Warren Haig, and then we will be going shortly. Do not ready up yet, guys. Okay, so... Right, once again, so this is the Sprint Championship 2. We had the one in February. And just to explain the format again, for those of you who have just joined the chat, I see a few notable names in there. We will have 7 5-lap races. The first race will be a one-shot quali, and round 7 will be as well. And then the most points at the end of those 7 races will be crowned the sprint race champion. And it is Leon, our lobby host, who is the defending champion, having won from TGG Po by single point last time out. And the US track will be our final round. And just to confirm the tracks, we will be starting at China, followed by Germany, then Mexico, and then we'll have Bahrain short, and then Australia, Brazil, before finishing at the Circuit of the Americas in the United States. So everyone has rejoined the lobby, so we are about to go again. So just a reminder, one-shot quali for the first round, and this is just to really establish the order. It's a big opportunity to get your Sprint Race Championship off to a flying start. Well, in terms of those who aren't racing, who are watching this, well, what are your thoughts on the recent races in PSGL? Quite a few on-track shenanigans, it has to be said. Well, we don't do restarts in the Sprint Championship, so they'll have to rejoin the lobby for race 2. So if they drop out, that's tough. Because, you know, this is a community event at the end of the day. It's not meant to be serious, so we're not going to do multiple restarts. But, you know, that happens sometimes. I thought my mic was off for a second. Right then, so let's get to the Shanghai International Circuit. Get that off the screen. So here we are then. Ah, someone did drop out. I hope it wasn't the host. Nope, it wasn't. Thank goodness. Actually can't tell who dropped out. Whoever was in the rent. Oh, Caplo. Right then. Well, they're going to get their setup done, and then we will go for Quali. Of course, one-shot Quali, it's kind of difficult to hold because it changed constantly. But who would your favourite be? I mean, Leon, you know, he's won the last 2 community events. He'll certainly be up there. But we have some more F1 drivers here this evening, Lambo being one of them. And, of course, Ash Best as well, former PSGL F1 champion. Got several champions in this grid today. Lots of race winners as well. So it's a pretty packed grid. Juho Finn, notable for his very dedicated use of no assists. And you know, I think what I'm hoping to see is everyone getting a point in this championship at some point. And yeah, Cablo disconnected unfortunately, but he will rejoin for race 2. That will compromise his attempt to win the championship, of course. But you know, stranger things have happened. J Architects had some very impressive drives in the Sprint Championship last time. But at the moment, TGG Screezy is leading the pack to the J Architects TGG Pope. Leon's actually having a bit of a mare of a lap so far, only in P11, so the defending champion having a difficult start. Very similar to the last one, where he finished dead last in round 1. So, you know, finishing last in the first race doesn't mean you're going to lose the championship. Squeezy goes for the breaking point here in Shanghai, and Warren Haig's internet has given up again. Dr. Disconnect strikes again, and our Super Haig has been struck down. And that is unfortunate. Bad luck for Mr. Haig. And Squeezy then is the one who takes pole position. A decent margin. Right, of course, one-shot Quali. It's over immediately. So, number 69, Squeezy in the McLaren, just like it was last time. Taking pole position and the early bragging rights in tonight's championship. So here is your pole position then. Squeezy, J Architect, CG Po, Praga, Boomer, Zexer, Tom AJ, Ash Best, Lambo and Jamie make up the top 10. Starting at the back will be Warren Haig if he rejoins, I suppose. But otherwise it'll be KLC and Ponage Town at the back of the grid. So fair gaps actually. No, nearly 0.3 of a second between the top 2. So a really good lap from Squeezy. But you know, J Architects will always be a threat. Now this track, of course, very famous for its 1 kilometer back straight, and when the DRS is activated on lap 3, expects to see a ton of overtaking action down to the hairpin, which is one of the tougher braking zones, especially when you have the racing line off on this game. So we're going to have 5 laps of this Shanghai International Circuit to kick things off in this Sprint Championship. No formation lap, of course, so we will go straight into the action. So it's going to be dramatic stuff from the very beginning. Hopefully a clean one as well. At least cleaner than some of the recent PSGL races we have seen, unfortunately. But there's no damage, in case you didn't know. So collisions will be on, but it means it's a bit forgiving. If you get spun into a wall, desync means you can carry on and try and get some points. So waiting for the final setups. Part Ferme is off, of course. I'll make sure it is on the next round if it isn't. Here we go then. 5 red lights. Watch out for squeezing J Architects, and then Poe just behind. Oh, drive-through. Oh, several drive-through penalties. Dave Wallbank, and I think Jamie's one of them as well. Goodness me. That is not good at all. And Squeezy has had a terrible start. He's down to 3rd already. Ash Best straight up to, and a 2-second time penalty. Unusual to see a 2-second time penalty in this game, actually. But several collisions down the order. So that's going to cost him. So Ash Best has made a monster of a start into 1st position already. Squeezy just behind. Leon up to 9th, the reigning champion. And Lambo trying to go. So it's a PSGL F1 1-3 with some F2 drivers just behind. So Squeezy trying to give chase to Ash Best, losing his pole position from the start. So let's get on the winners and losers so far. 5 places gained for Lambo, 8 gained for Ponage Town. Leon's gained 3. The big loser seems to be Praga. Praga's lost 14 positions. Goodness me, that is a shocker of a start. Squeezy, though, getting onto the pace already onto the back of Ash Best as we head through the end of Sector 2 and then through the DRS activation zone onto the 1 kilometer straight. No DRS on the first lap, of course, and this is one of the best camera shots in Formula 1. Let's turn the HUD off. You can see the whole field snaking onto the main straight. Look at that, Ash Best under threat from the toe of Squeezy. And they're going to be braking side by side into the hairpin. Let's get the HUD back on. And who's going to come out on top? Ashbest has the inside. Squeezy may get squeezed to the outside. Excuse the pun. But Ashbest trying to hold it out. But Squeezy gets the move done. A brilliant overtaking it. Oh, well, that fly contact there. And Ashbest is going into the pit lane. Oh, did he have a drive-through? Oh, that's why he got a big start. So Ashbest was one of the ones who got a drive-through. Oh, my goodness. So Ashbest, Lambo, and Jamie all getting drive-throughs, and Dave Warbank. We had 4 drivers getting drive-through penalties. Unbelievable. I didn't notice Ashbest's name came up so quickly. I didn't even see. So should be a fair bit of battling going on there. But yeah, look at this. It's an embarrassing parade coming out of the pit there. You know, in a 5-lap race, a drive-through is absolutely fatal for your chances of winning a race. There's no safety cars, of course, in a 5-lap race. I believe you can have them switched on, but I've never actually seen it work. It's, you know, be ridiculous. But not sure exactly. So we've got 2 McLarens and 2 Toro Rossos in the top 4, and all those drive-throughs has really benefited the reigning champion Leon. He's now up to 5th, game 7. KLC 73, 12 places game stuff. Brilliant. Ponish Town's game 10, so really good stuff from the Renault driver. Waiting for Cablo to rejoin for the Renault team. No constructors points, of course, in this particular championship. Now, just to remind you, it's not reverse grids after each race. It's actually random grids for races 2 to 6 in this sprint championship. So that will mix it up each race. I'm just going to go down a bit because apparently there's a bit of argy-bargy going on in the battle for P14. Jack Tyler didn't have a drive-through, but seems to have had a bit of a nightmare. Oh, he goes off track again. Look at that. Awful oversteer for Jack Tyler. And here we go, Ashbest going alongside. He was battling for the lead the last time they were here. Now he's right behind in a battle for P13 and 14. It's Yellow's in sector 3. Not sure what's happening. Can Ashbest get past Jack and Lambo in a series of corners? Yellow's up ahead. Someone's had a huge off. There's no damage, of course. Yeah, look at that. Who's that up ahead? Zexa. Zexa's fallen out of the top 4. So that's a shocking turn of events for Zexa, the F6 driver. I believe he's F6. Correct me if I'm wrong. And look at that, almost 3 wide going through the opening section. It's a very tricky opening section of corners there. You're sort of relying on engine braking entirely to get the car slowed down. But this is the fighting for position down the order. It's actually proving to be pretty thrilling stuff. Now here's on board Jamie 295 as Ashbest has a look at Lambo up here. Jamie 295 in the last sprint race champion pulled off one of the best overtakes of the entire evening at Suzuka. So hopefully he'll give us some more entertainment. Oh, Ashbest spinning up ahead. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's gone and done a Grosjean. And watch out for Dave Warbank. Oh, my goodness. Thank goodness for the ghosting. But that was a hairy moment, to say the least. Squeezy with a 1.5 advantage. Any battling going on behind? Squeezy, what about any DRS action? Leon currently in P4, so it's a good recovery from him. What about Ponish Town? No, not quite close enough yet. So actually, we're going to go straight back to Jack Tyler. Oh my goodness, what was that? Jamie spearing off into the wall. Wow. What on earth happened there? It's like a missile flying off the track. As KLC 73 sets the fastest lap of the race. Impressive pace from the Red Bull driver. That's going to give some of the others something to think about. And he's actually catching the likes of Leon and Poe up ahead. You know, the top two from last championship back in February. So this is a dark horse driver maybe for this championship tonight. So the top 3 not in DRS range, but TG Poe will be under threat perhaps from the likes of Leon and KLC 73 shortly. Bit of a gap to 6th, Boomer and Tom AJ. And Ponish Town, Praga and Juho Finn making up the top 10. JP Greenwood in P11 didn't score a point in the last championship. May have a chance. And someone's gone off again. Is it Ashbest? It is! Ashbest off again! Oh no! And that's it this time. He's gone a bit too fast in turn 1, or maybe he's had a collision, but oh dearie me. He's having an absolute shocker tonight. Now here we go then. Leon trying to get a podium to start his account tonight. He's very close to the back of Poe. There's Yellow's in sector 2, and Ashbest has retired from race 1. And here comes Leon. We'll get on board. Should be able to out-drag him into the chicane. Can Poe come back at him on the brakes? He's having half a look, but no, he's not close enough. Leon just out-dragging him with the DRS and the battery. And Lambo's retired as well, so Lambo looking to come back another day. This is a tactical retirement, try and get a better grid placement. Well, it may not help them because it is a random grid, of course. So Leon onto the last lap then, up to third. A decent start for the reigning champion at the moment. Oh, and Poe getting a bit of oversteer. Was that a bit of contact from KLC behind? I'm not really sure. KLC got half a chance getting onto the podium himself, especially if penalties come into act. So at the moment, Squeezy looking good to win the first race of this sprint race tournament this evening. And down the order, JP Greenwood, still in P11, may gain some more business because I believe Gio Finn actually got a penalty at the first corner. This is your closest on-track battle at the moment, the battle for P3, because the top two look likely to be pretty set at this point, because I don't think JR Architect's going to find 1.6 seconds in a lap unless Squeezy makes a huge mistake. So Poe trying to keep in touch with Leon, give himself half a chance, but we have a potential 3-wide situation here. Goes a bit deep, almost into the back of the Haas driver, through the DRS activation zone, I should say. And Poe not getting the best entry onto the straight. Such an important corner, and I think Leon will be safe in terms of third place, but Poe certainly give me a better camera angle than that. Oh my goodness, that is terrible camera angles. And I think, yep, KLC outdrags him into the hairpin. Will there be any more changes? But here we go then, Squeezy. He's going to round the final corner then and take round 1 of this sprint race championship. And J Architects will be in P2. And Leon, I believe, will be P3. Any change in top 5? No, not at all. And Zexa has actually overtaken JP Greenwood. Will Chiofin get the final point? We're about to find out because he had a penalty. JP Greenwood with a decent display. 3 retirements. Unbelievably. And yes, Haig, we will invite you back in. Don't worry about it. JP Greenwood finishing 12. Juru 12 actually. We'll go on board with Squeezy. A very decent start for the Sprint Race Championship tonight. So we'll have a brief break between races to get Cablo and Warren Haig back into lobby. But a really decent start for Squeezy. I believe he did win a race last time out. So we're just waiting for the final finisher, which I believe is going to be Jamie, who's, I'd say, low light of the race, or highlight, depending on your point of view, was spearing off the track. We saw him. That was a frightening incident. No damage on, of course. So still waiting for Jamie to finish. I don't know what he's doing, really. Is Jamie doing donuts or something? Oh dear. Well, that's as embarrassing as the current F1 team. Well, he finished in very ignominious action. So here we are, your results then for the first round of the Sprint Championship. Squeezy in first from J Architects by 2.4 seconds. Leon in third, beginning his title defense. KLC 73, 19th to 4th, a very impressive sprint race from him. Poe in fifth, Tom in sixth. And Ponish Town from 18th to 7th, brilliant race from him. Boomer in 8th, Praga in 9th, Juho Finn taking the final point. And your early standings then are, well, the same as the top 10 of this race, of course, since this is race 1. And it's a 7-point gap between the top two. So Squeezy setting the early pace here in this Sprint Race Championship. So just going to wait for the next lobby to load up, and then we're just going to get Haig back into... lobby. I believe Cablo has rejoined, but we're just going to check, and then we're going to go from there. So hopefully Super Haig's connection can avoid the dreaded Doctor disconnect for a little bit longer. And oh, it looks like Haig's already back in the session, so that's good. So round 2 then is going to be Germany. The 5.4 kilometer... Oh no, it's not Germany yet. There you go. 4.5 kilometer circuit, which of course has been very much in demand in terms of PSGL recently. Some good races, some not so good races as well. One of the shorter tracks. The site of my very first PSGL race win way back in F1 2016. So this a very different track. Very different track to Shanghai International Circuit is Hockenheim, of course. A shadow of the old Hockenheim with its mighty straights through those forests, which you can still look at now. The abandoned track, there are parts of it you can still have a look at. But the main back straight, of course, the Parabolica, that's where we will see the majority of the overtakes. 3 DRS zones on this track, so lap 3, I tell you, it's going to get pretty hairy down that straight down towards the hairpin. So like China, has in common with China the fact that the main overtaking area is indeed into a hairpin style corner. So we are here at Hockenheim then for round 2 of this sprint race championship, and it's Squeezy with the early advantage from J Architects. But this is where it gets interesting. It is a random grid from this round on to the end of round 6, and then one-shot quali for the final round. So this is where the quality of the drivers has to shine. The sort of sprint race acumen. And it does have a habit of really mixing up the grid. I'd love to see a mixed grid for Monaco. I think a street track theme for next time would be quite interesting. Although I think having the USA as a traditional finale for the Sprint Race Championship is something I'd like to build on, because I think it's a good track for that. Here we go then, 5 red lights here at Hockenheim, and it's J Architect. It's a Torosso 1-2, Squeezy in 4th, so the top 2 in decent starting positions. It's almost like not a reverse grid or random at all. But here we go then. 20 drivers screaming into turn 1. Very easy to cut the corner there. Great start from J Architects with Squeezy right there. Pretty clean actually so far. No one seems to have gone off, so that's good stuff. Warren Haig at the back with Praga. Oh, slight contact between Zexa and Jack Tyler. That's allowed Squeezy straight up. So the top 2 in the championship already in 2nd. And Leon, the defending champion, all the way down in 18th. And there's been contact at the back. JP Greenwood is right down at the back. So let's go down the order, because there's a lot of action going on here. Oh my god, they're all going through. The top 2 getting away from Poe already. Oh, and a Ponage Town getting whacked a little bit. Cablo in the lobby up to 15th. Oh, and overtaken by KLC. He's going to have to do another recovery. Oh, and that's another. Oh no! Oh dearie me! Juho doing a pirouette. Does that count as a save as he's going in the right direction again? Cablo's gained 2 places because of it. Well, that was entertaining, to say the least. But Squeezy up to 2nd, Poe in 3rd. So let's have a look at your winners and losers. So 2 places gained for the McLaren drivers respectively. Ash Best gaining 7, as has Lambo. So recovering from their disastrous drive-through penalties from the first race. And Leon down in 15th. So, the luck of the draw on those random grids can hurt you, which is why, I think if Leon was to defend his championship, it would be highly impressive. So let's have a look at Squeezy. But the top 2 are certainly making a very strong start. But, the random grids may swing against them later on, because that's what random grids are like. So J Architect leading from Squeezy, Poe, Jack Tyler, Ash Best, Lambo. Oh, look at this. Gaggle of cars heading into the hairpin, and that's Tom AJ diving down the inside Lambo, squeezing him off. Zexa off as well. Giroux, the reigning F7 champion, trying to get in the mix. Oh my goodness, they've got to give each other a bit of room, otherwise we'll see another big contact. Oh, both Red Bulls, getting squeezed into there, and off they go. I think Giroux's going to end up in 6th, and KLC 7 has gained another place. Oh, contact behind. Giroux was going so well, and he's been spun around. So it's been a nightmare few laps for the Mercedes teams. Oh, more contact. Oh dear, this really is sprint racing action at its very best. Ponies down in 14th. So we'll go straight back to the front, because now DRS is activated. Can Squeezy make an impression? We've seen enough of the carnage in the midfield, but this is looking very close between Ash Best and Jack Tyler. Ash Best trying to have a look into turn 2. He goes round the outside. Jack Tyler with a very decent move from Ash Best. That was brilliant stuff from the former PSGL F1 champion. Meanwhile at the front, Squeezy getting very close to the back of J Architects, but he's going to have to wait another lap at least, you feel. It's very difficult. And look at this. Ash Best and Jack Tyler looking at going to combat once again. Can Ash Best squeeze it to the outside? He should have better traction as he uses. Oh, here we go. No, Jack Tyler getting on the power pretty well, actually. Back up to 4th, but Ash Best comes back at him. This is a decent scrap between these 2, which looks a lot cleaner than some of the action we saw down the order. The 2 Red Bulls in 6th and 7th, Tom, AJ, and Boomer in 9th. And then Leon has moved up to 10th, so he's recovering well. He's got Dave Warbank just behind him for company. He's up in P11. Jamie in 12th. Haig in 13th. Went down to 20th and then to recover the place. JP Greenwood and Zexa in particular has had an awful race so far. Getting caught up in contact early on. And he's now down in P16, having lost more places than anyone else. Now it's getting really close now between the top three. It's a 5.9 second gap, which is amazing considering how short this race is. Penultimate lap then here at Hockenheim to get a perfect view of Squeezy challenging for the lead of the second sprint race here of this championship this evening. And look at that, Poe. Well, there's no teammates here. It's every man for himself like the Royal Rumble, and they are going to go at it. Squeezy, though, defending that position well, trying to attack and defend at the same time. Did a decent job to maintain the position there. So the top three heading into the stadium section for the penultimate time of round 2 of this sprint race championship. But, you know, there's no question that Architects and Squeezy, even if they finish in these positions, have made a very strong start to this championship. Leon, 1.4 seconds behind Boomer, will be desperate to try and regain some places. There have been a few penalties creeping in onto this lap, and it looks like Lambo's had an incident somewhere. He's dropping down the order. Maybe both Red Bulls. Yeah, Lambo should drop out of the top 10, so that's another place gained. And look at that. Oh, a huge mistake from Squeezy, getting into the dirty air of the Toro Rosso, but gets away with it. May have picked up a warning for it. Don't forget it is strict corner cutting in this particular event. Jamie has actually got back into the points. So it's 0-0 stuff from the Williams driver. Will there be any change of position here? Architects is surely going to have to cover off the inside, and he does. Will Poe try and squeeze down the inside? Squeezy trying to get out. Look, oh, they've both taken each other out briefly. And look at that, Poe's going to be alongside for P2. The runner-up from the Sprint Race Championship last time out. Architects, they're going 3 wide into this following corner. This is thrilling stuff. May end in tears though. Squeezy going right. Oh, he's gone way off track. Well, that's illegal, surely. Surely an illegal overtake there. Is he going to give it back? Probably not. Well, I think that's questionable from Squeezy, if I have to be honest. Zach Tyler has had some sort of incident with Warren Haig, who's decided to call it a day. So here we go then, running to the line. Who's going to take the victory here? It is going to be Squeezy from Architects and TGG Poe, finishing quite a way away from the rest. Ash Best in 4th. I guess it's a sprint race championship, there's no stewards, but yeah, slightly questionable from Squeezy going right off the track like that, but I guess he'd argue he got, I'm going to keep not saying squeezed off, forced off. There you go. But it is Squeezy who wins 2 out of 2 then in this sprint race championship so far, taking the maximum points here, but long way to go in this one. But he's looking good so far, looking very strong in this event so far. So the rest of the top 10, Leon up to 8th in the end, getting some valuable points, but he's going to be some way behind now with only 5 races to go. So here is your top 10 then. Squeezy had a penalty actually. So he wins the race from Architects, TG Poe in 3rd, Ash Best in 4th, Tom AJ in 5th, Boomer in 6th, KLC in 7th, Leon in 8th, Jamie in 9th, and David Warbank picking up a point in P10. So a good effort from David Warbank. So here are your standings then after 2 rounds. A 14-point gap, 50 points for Squeezy, 36 for Architects, Poe in 3rd, Leon in 4th, and KLC 73. Dropping to 5th, with Tom AJ, Ash Best climbing up to 7th, Boomer in 8th, Ponies Town in 9th, and Jamie moving into the top 10 on 2 points. Oh, there's a few a few interesting comments, but yeah, there was quite a few bits of contact, but yeah, it's just a bit of fun really. So we're going to just wait for the lobby to load for the next round. Should be a pretty quick turnover this time. Right then, so your next round will be at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for a Mexican Grand Prix for the 3rd round of this Sprint Race Championship. So another high-speed circuit. And then after that, we will have the short version of Bahrain, which is something I'm personally looking forward to, given that I've never seen a PSGL race at it. So that should be plenty of fun. Mexican Grand Prix, of course, that's one of the best atmospheres of any F1 race, that stadium section in particular. You don't really see any overtaking there in real life, but hey, we'll see plenty of overtaking in this one, judging by the aggressive driving we are seeing so far in this Sprint Race Championship. There is a little surprise coming for the grid, so they'll have to watch out for that. I'm going to just leave him a good message. So we're just waiting for the lobby to load, and then we can get going. So here we are then, in Mexico, for the third round of this Sprint Race Championship. So, a strong start from Squeezy, but what will the random grid generator give us this time? Will Squeezy get another slot near the front? And not this time. He's going to be in P10 and J-Architects in P18. So KLC 73 will lead us away then for the start in Mexico. Lights out and away we go. Tom AJ just behind. It's not really an advantage to start in P1 here because of the slipstream. We've got on board TG Poe, finished third last time out in Germany. Look at the field streaming into turn one. And down the inside goes Tom AJ. There could be contact. Oh, contact between the two. That may be a good advantage for Poe. They're going all out of shape. KLC 73 off the track. There's contact behind, big contact behind, and I think the two Mercedes have come to grief once again, 3 wide into the end of Sector 1, and more cars piling in there. Squeezy up to 4th already, J-Architects down in 13th at the moment. So that's a good position to be for his championship. But KLC 73, despite all that, has actually maintained the lead, so pretty impressive defending actually. Jack Tyler going into battle with Squeezy, and I think Squeezy, given his lead, will probably be thinking a bit more for percentages at the moment, doesn't want to get tangled up by Jack Tyler, and Poe actually picks up a penalty, but look at that, up ahead, he's actually trying to take it. And then side by side they go into it. Thought my stream had gone down for a second there, but no, we're all good. We're still here. We're still alive. So Poe loses the place back because of the slipstream. Squeezy up to 4th. So what else is going on? Let's have a look down the order a little bit just to give a bit of air time. J-Architects trying to struggle back into the points, battling the reigning champion IRT Leon. Looks like Squeezy's up to 3rd now. Will J-Architects go for a move on Leon? He will. Big dive bomb. But Leon saw it coming and planted the car nicely. A really good line, but will J-Architects try and come back at him? Yes, he will. This slow technical section coming up. Cabello picks up a time penalty. He's down in P20 at the moment, having the best of time in the Renault so far. Look at that up ahead now. J-Architects losing ground, and Leon's going to try and get past Polish Town to go up to P9. DRS will be activated soon. So Leon up to 9th. Let's go straight back to the front then, because Squeezy in P3 trying to make a move. He's not quite close enough actually, so the more likely action is KLC 73 being attacked. We see a move into the inside corner. Straight to Praga, because Praga's trying to hold off or attack Ash best, but not quite getting the move done. What about J-Architects? Any movement there? No, not for time being. So J-Architects second in the championship, only managing P11 at the moment. It's about to attack Polish Town for the following position. Capello picks up another time penalty. So for the time being, the top 3 heading through Sector 2. 2.5 laps to go then, here at Mexico. It's been a relatively clean race so far, I have to say. Much cleaner than Germany was. There were several big incidents there. Oh, lots of penalties though being picked up, and that's going to be in the favour of KLC 10-3 because I don't think he's got any penalties yet. Poe has 2 at least. Squeezy just picked up 1. may even put Tom AJ onto the podium. That will be good news for some of the championship rivals behind who haven't picked up penalties yet. It's very close between Onage and... do I stick with the top? Yeah, I'm going to stick with the top 3 actually. This is very close. Kelsey's going to be going ultra defensive. Almost immediately out of the final corner, but you have to. It's such a long straight. But what about Squeezy? Squeezy seems to have a bit more straight line speed, even with post toe and DRS. Squeezy will go down the inside of Poe. His sort of, oh, contact behind. Oh, and they're both off. Oh no. Well, KLC 73 and Poe both off the track. I don't know if that was lag, but certainly Squeezy has ended up pushing someone off the track, and I think that was KLC 73 and Poe who have been the victims of that. Pure accident, of course. Now Squeezy's got to try and get past Tom AJ. Poe down to 4th, and he's just been overtaken by Ash Best, and given the penalties he's got, I think Poe's chances of finishing on the podium in this particular race are all but disappearing. So now Squeezy trying to battle Tom AJ. So Tom AJ out of nowhere has got a shot at winning this race. If he can not get any penalties and finish, oh, he goes really deep into the end of that particular corner, and then through the stadium section they go. He still stays ahead, but he's going to have such a disadvantage. He needs to get the final corner right, get onto the power. Whoa, that was a terrible exit. What happened there? He had a horrible exit, and he's going to have not a prayer of defending this position. So Squeezy, he's on for a 3rd win in a row, although he has got penalties, don't forget, and Ash Best is going to fly by Tom AJ. Can Tom AJ come back? Or is Poe's going for a big move down the inside? Oh, and he's made contact. I think that was a bit of desync there because he didn't look like he made actual contact on the screen. And it's a McLaren 1-2, and oh, Ash Best will be absolutely furious with that because he was definitely on possibly for a win, because I don't think he had any penalties. So Leon up to 8th position. So Squeezy trying to win this race here. KLC 73, despite that contact, is somehow up to 3rd. But Lambo goes round the outside, all on the Hypersoft tyres. Goodness me, it's getting very tasty out there. Not sure where this is going to end up. If Lambo's got no penalties, or 10-second penalty for Jack Tyler, so that's they're all getting penalties now. So here we go into the stadium section for the final time. The 2 McLarens heading for the line now, with 2 Red Bulls following behind them. So Squeezy, is he going to take the victory? How many penalties did they have? I'm not even sure. Squeezy heads for the line and takes the victory here at Mexico. TG Poe in 2nd, and Lambo takes 3rd. Oh, Poe is dropping like a stone down the top 10. Goodness me, he's dropped almost out of the points. Wow. JLTech takes 5th, Leon takes 8th. So JLTech's picking up some valuable points, but Squeezy has won 3 wins out of 3. So incredible stuff from Squeezy. 3 wins in a row so far in this Sprint Race Championship. So very entertaining stuff. So Squeezy takes the win here. He had 4-second penalty, but still won the race. Kelsey in 2nd, Praga in 3rd, Ash Best in 4th, JLTech in 5th, Lambo in 6th, Tom AJ in 7th, Leon in 8th, TG Poe in 9th, and Warren Haig picks up his 1st point of the evening. So we had to go our quick standings. A 29-point lead as we get to the halfway stage of this championship. 75 points maximum. 46 JLTech. KLC moves up to 3rd. And then TG Poe, Ash Best up to 5th. Tom AJ in 6th. Leon in 7th. Praga in 8th. Boomer in 9th. And Lambo making up the top 10. Moving up to 10th in the standings. So, wow, some dramatic racing action so far in this Sprint Race Championship. We've had 3 rounds already. It's gone pretty quickly, hasn't it? So we're about to get our 4th round, and this time it's going to be a very different track. Bahrain Shorts. Well, get your popcorn ready for this one. Just going to make sure actually... Oh, hang on. Just going to get ready to go for the next round. Right then, so we're into round 4 of this championship here under the floodlights of Bahrain. But this is the short version, so a lot of these drivers may not be very experienced in driving here. So let's see what this random grid gives us this time. For the sake of Squeezy's rivals, they'll be hoping he's way down the order and gets caught up in some sort of incident. This track, last time in Britain, we had in the previous Sprint Race Championship, did prove to be a turning point in a way for Leon's championship. So we're just waiting for them to get their setups loaded, and then we will go from there. Here we are then, so Tom AJ on the front row, and Squeezy is in 7th once again. Right, and away we go. J Architects, well, he knows for his championship, but he's got to try. Get ahead. Oh, he's on the grass almost. Watch out for everyone behind. And is anyone going to forget this particular format of the circuit? We're about to find out. Will anyone go the wrong way? Oh, they have! They have! Oh my goodness, what happened? Oh, J Architect's off. Everyone's off. That is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. But in any event, the two McLarens are leading 1-2 from Zexa. Then Dave Warbank up to a sensational 4th. Lambo in 4th. Look how many battles are going on here. Oh, there's a Renault off in the background. Cablo just getting swiped like a mofo there. I just knew. I spoke to Game Freak about this earlier. I knew some people would forget about that particular corner. They've obviously never driven here, some of them, which is fair enough. Look at this, free wide action. Oh, what's going on there? A bit of desync just behind, and it's well, it's more Formula go-karting, but that's good anyway. Right, I don't think they're going to forget this time. Yep, they know. Oh, there's contact. Leon's going to almost spun around. Oh my god, this is entertaining, I have to say. Squeezy could be on for a 4th win here because he's challenging Poe for the lead of this race. This I still can't get over that. That was so funny. The top 3 have done pretty well. Gained 5 places. James gained 13 so far. That's really good work from the Williams driver, looking for his strongest point. Dave Warbank up to 4th with a significant advantage actually to Jamie at this moment in time. So there's quite a theme developing in this race. So the top 3 sort of galloping away and then going from there. So DRS will be enabled for the beginning of this wrap, and Praga has retired. Can Squeezy get closer? Oh, very similar setups actually. Let's go further down the order. Leon's chances of retaining his championship fading by the race, but he's going to give his all. Watch out for the Torosso. J Architect's just behind. He decided, oh, contact. Leon's been spun around and they're locked together. He can't even get off his car. Oh, no, I think that's the moment. Leon's championship has gone. Duo Finn trying to change behind. Oh, and Duo Finn's. Oh, Leon's been hit for. To add insult to injury by Duo Finn, and it's just been overtaken by JP Greenwood and Cablo. Cablo's just been swiped off by JP Greenwood. Wowzers. I expected a few incidents, but I didn't quite expect as much as this. So your top 10, Poe, Squeezy, Zexa, David Warbank, Jamie, KLC 73 up to 6th, J Architect 7th, Jack Tyler 8th, 9th, Ponish Town and Lambo speed 10. Very defensive from Poe, but he may get out dragged before they can go to turn 1. Can Poe come back at him? Oh, that's a real cut off by TG Squeezy, but he has taken the lead here at Bahrain on the penultimate lap. As we get a nice camera view, it's to go, oh, look at that. Poe, it's an unusual line there. That's a brilliant overtake from Poe. Really smart use of the line there. I mean, the way that corner sort of dips in like that is very similar to one of the corners at the Circuit of the Americas, where there's sort of an off-camber line you can take, which can surprise your opponents sometimes. And he did that to perfection there. So really good overtake from Poe. The only thing is, he'll be at a disadvantage for the final lap because he will have to defend DRS. But will Squeezy defend that better next time if he gets the overtake done on the main straight? He won't fall for it again, you would think. Now, David Warbank's been caught from behind by KLC 73 and Jamie, so he's going to have some defending to do. Let's have a look at Squeezy. He's got to get a good exit. Otherwise, his chances of overtaking on the main straight, and indeed for this race, will be gone. Here we go. Look how much overspeed he's got. Goodness me, it's so much overspeed, and Squeezy will take the lead, but Poe's going to come back at him. They're going to go side by side through the opening section of corners. Can Poe come back into the following corner? Look at that, Squeezy learns. He's covered it off this time, but he's got one more DRS zone, and then it's a penalty for David Wallbank. Geotex picks up a penalty. Oh, and Jamie's been spun around slightly, which should have a chance of getting some decent points. Squeezy then has been overtaken by Poe. So Poe looking good for his first win of the evening to break the streak of Squeezy, but look out for Zexa. Zexa's going to try and make a late bid as he saved enough of his tyres. Of course, it doesn't matter too much in a 5-lap sprint race. But Zexa now challenging Squeezy and Poe. Look at that, Poe's going to cover him off. He's got to get a good exit here, otherwise this is going to line. Oh, they're going to go side by side, heading for the line. Who's going to take it on the line? I think it's going to be Squeezy. Yes, Squeezy takes it by the narrowest of margins. Dave Wallbank will probably drop out top 10 because of that penalty. JXX 4, but Squeezy makes it 4 out of 4. He's going for the whitewash tonight. That is no question about it. Unbelievable stuff from Squeezy. 4 wins out of 4 so far. And it's the nearest rivals and not even on the podium. Leon outside the top 10. But Squeezy really, I mean, no wonder he's celebrating. The Bahrain crowd rising to their feet. And well, that first lap crash will certainly go down as one of my most amusing incidents I've ever seen. Right, so Squeezy takes the win from TG Poe, then Zexa, JRTX, KLC, Lambo, Jack Tyler, Boomer, Ashbeth, and Tom AJ. And with that result, I believe mathematically Leon cannot win the championship now. So his reign as the championship is over. So here is 100 points for Squeezy, the first sprint race driver to do that. 4 wins out of 4. 42-point advantage, JRTX, KLC 73, Poe, Ashbeth, Tom AJ, Leon, Praga, Lambo, and Boomer, making up the top 10. So Squeezy, you would think has one hand on that sprint race trophy, but we still have 3 races to go, and there are a few twists yet to come in this evening, you would think. Round 5 will be at Australia. So I hope you've enjoyed it so far. I certainly have. It's been really entertaining stuff so far. I mean, I've got to clip that turn 1. That was just, the fact that so many people have clearly never driven on this track was just a recipe for pure and unadulterated brilliance. So we're just getting our countdown then for the next round. Just want to briefly thank all the drivers for turning up this evening. And Aaron Collingwood has said he will give Squeezy £20 if he wins every race. Well, you saw it here first. I have screenshotted it as well. So here we go. Round 5 then will be at Australia. Of course, the real Formula 1 season starting off very soon. And yeah, good podium there for you, Zexa. I think the great thing about the Sprint Race Championship is even if you're not winning the races, you get these moments where you do a great overtake, or you see something funny happening, or Jack Tyler takes you out. So we're just going to load the lobby for Australia and then go from there. Then this is our 5th round. Here we are then. The very same pit lane we're going to see in just under 2 weeks for the start of the F1 2019 season, and I'm very excited. It's such a much different grid in terms of the drivers, and I can't wait to see what happens, although I'm sure Lewis wins his 6th title this season, more than likely, because, you know, he's one of the greatest of all time. Let's be honest, he's in the same, you know, category as, you know, Senna, Schumacher, Prost, Fangio, and all those other greats. But, you know, he's one of the greatest of all time. So won't surprise me at all if he wins title number 6 this season, especially as Mercedes always develop their cars the best in the second half of the season. But my statement on the real season aside, this is our 5th round of the Sprint Race Championship. So here we go. And it's a Renault 1-2. And Squeezy's in P17, so the random grid has finally struck for him. So what can he do from 17th? Of course, we saw a famous incident in F1 here in 2001, 2002, where Ralf Schumacher leapt the corner. Will we see anything going on there? Oh, Cablo takes the lead. Bit of glory for Cablo. Prague gets a penalty. Squeezy up to 11th already, so there's obviously been a massive incident in the back. Or maybe not, maybe just some people just driving very slowly or something. But TG Po up to 3rd already. And Cablo was saying to Ponage, you're not my teammate, but please can you just block everybody? That would be good for me. Now, of course, as everyone... Oh, contact behind, and there goes Jamie. Off the track. Being treated like the Sorokin he doesn't want to be this evening. As Po muscles his way past Ponage down up in 2nd. Now, this particular section, anyone who saw the first season of PSGL or across the leagues, this particular section here claimed a few victims. So let's see how they deal with turn 12, this chicane. And there goes one. Ballet music. Plays that ballet music. Spinning around. Someone reset actually because they crashed so badly. Oh, that's pretty amusing. So TG Po then up to 2nd, looking to win the race. And oh, Cablo getting all out of shape. Po will take it around the outside, but Cablo braving it out down the inside, trying to get back past. Watch out for Squeezy just behind. Oh, J Architects goes off. 2 Torossos making contact. Squeezy up to 4th somehow. Well, he's certainly making this Sprint Race Championship very much his own. Up to 4th already. He's got to pass Lambo, Cablo and his teammate to win this race. Lambo trying to get past Cablo. Cablo goes very deep. That's not going to be a good line, and that will make it very easy. Cablo sort of backed off there, and yet I think he felt like he couldn't fight it. Now he's going to try and hold off the championship leader of this Sprint Race Championship, TGG Squeezy. Trying to win race number 5 out of 5. Switches back to the inside. F7 versus F2. It could be a bit of a non-contest, but Cablo's a very wily old fox. It's been overtaken again. Doing a fine impression of Morris Guy in the last Sprint Race Championship, where he too will spend most of the evening being overtaken. But overtakes is what it's all about in the Sprint Race Championship. And no one crashing this time. They all learnt their lesson from lap 1. So Lambo then chasing down Po with Squeezy just behind. Yellow's in sector 3. Looks like KLC's got into some trouble. So Lambo's had a quiet evening Sprint Race Championship, but this could be his time to shine in the Red Bull, up against his fellow Renault-powered car of TG Po in the McLaren. As DRS is enabled for the first time. This is one of the longer tracks in the Sprint Race Championship this evening. Trying to follow in there. And Jack Tyler moves up to 4th, and Cablo may get mugged off a little bit because Ash Best is overtaken. Oh, he really got mugged off. Oh, no way. Oh, poor Cablo. He's going to fall out of the points completely. Well, he did have glory of leading a lap at least. And oh, now Giroux's trying to get past him. He's reigning F7 champion. As Cablo politely goes onto the grass, making the Renault a nice little golf buggy. 2 Williams just behind. So let's go back to the front then. There's Lambo trying to put pressure. They're actually, looks like they've got better pace than Squeezy at this point, but you know, Squeezy playing for percentages. And it looks like Lambo may have an opportunity to get very notoriously difficult to overtake here in Australia. J Architects has overtaken up to 5th. Looks like a forlorn challenge now. J Architects look like he may finish close to the championship once again. A bit far off it. But Lambo trying to chase down Po on the penultimate lap of this race with the DRS wing wide open. Will he go for a dive down the inside? Not quite. Trying to force Po into a mistake. But Po and Squeezy have done a really good job this evening, picking up the points. If there was a Constructors' Championship, I think they'd be winning it by some distance. Let's have a quick look at Jack Tyler. Jack Tyler's dropped down to 9th. In closer battles on that. What about Wallbank and Warren Haig? They're pretty close. Let's see what happens in the next few corners. Warren Haig trying to get up to P15, but not close enough for now. So we'll go straight to the front, because look how close it is. Perfect timing here. Going through the fast right and left-handers here. And now Lambo, oh, this is getting very close for Lambo. Lambo's going to go for a move. Around the outside, can he get the move done? He's going to get squeezed off massively. Wow, that was pretty unfair, I'd say. I don't think Poe gave him enough room. So I think Lambo won't be impressed by that, to be honest. There's definitely room for two cars through that particular corner. Just basically forced him off. Very Senna style from the early 90s. So on to the final lap. There you go, and Squeezy, I do believe, with only 2 rounds to go after the season, is on the verge of taking the championship here with 2 rounds to spare. Of course, the first championship was decided by a single point, so I guess we can't expect that every time. And J-Architects dives down the inside of Ashbest. And, whoa, Lambo's actually... Oh, looks like Squeezy's made a mistake somewhere. So Lambo back in front of Squeezy. Let's have a look at Warren Haig briefly, because, oh, it's getting very feisty here down here. Cablo, Warren Haig and David Wallbank. Oh, will they get through in one piece? Cablo flies off the track. Oh, Cablo. Mamma mia, he's off. So let's go straight back to Lambo. Lambo, I don't think he's going to be able to catch Poe before the end of the lap. Not sure on penalties, actually. As Cablo retires. And then Lambo heading for the line, but he's going to not be able to catch Poe, because Poe is going to take the victory. Squeezy will not win every race, but it's another McLaren on the line. Crosses the line, and Squeezy will take 3rd. Ashbest will cross in 4th. And he lose a place on the line because he did that. I think he had a penalty, to be fair. J-Architects takes 4th. Not sure if that keeps it alive. We'll find out shortly. There'll be 50 points, maximum 50 points available for the final 2 rounds. But Poe takes the victory with a slightly questionable manoeuvre on Lambo. But he'll take the win anyway. So I'm gonna throw a little curveball here. Yeah, and that's it. So here's our top 10 then for race 5. It is TG Poe takes the win. Lambo taking his first podium of the evening. Squeezy 3rd from 17th, still a good result. J-Architects in 4th. Boo in 5th. Ashbest in 6th. Jack Tile in 7th. Tom AJ in 8th. KLC in 9th. And Zexa in 10th. Let's have a look at the standings then. And Squeezy, no, has not taken the championship quite yet, but mathematically looks very likely to do so in the next 2 rounds. 115 points, 70 points for Poe, J-Architects, KLC, Lambo, Ashbest, Tom AJ, Boomer, Leon and Praga making up the top 10. Right, so we're going to take a brief break and then we are going to go on to round 7. This championship going very fast, isn't it? But it's been entertaining for the neutral. And now, because I am at heart an evil person, no, I'm not really, but I do like throwing devilish things into my streams, and this is exactly what I'm about to do. Round 6, the penultimate round of the Sprint Race Championship, is at Interlagos for the Brazilian Grand Prix. And there's only one way we can race at Interlagos, and that is with something a little bit different. We shall see. And we're about to start. And I only revealed this just this second to the lobby host, so none of the drivers would have had any preparation, even the reigning champion. So Leon's reign as the Sprint Race Champion over, and indeed his streak of winning community events in PSGL as well. So we're about to start again. I think one of the drivers has dropped out actually, but that might be a weird thing on screen. One of the names is greyed out, not sure why. So here we are then. We're going to be at Interlagos, you know, a world famous track. One of my favourite tracks, and I think a lot of people would agree with me on that. Very thrilling racing action. But we're going to test the drivers' skills a little bit. Let's see what they can do in heavy rain conditions. Well, well, well. What happened? That wasn't on the forecast. Or was it? So heavy rain conditions here at Interlagos. This may lead to cleaner racing. It may not. We shall see. Oh dear, there's some interesting stuff going on in the chat. Right then, so we're going to wait. They'll probably take a bit more time selecting their setup for the rain. But it may not make much difference to some of the drivers, to be honest. So TG Pope, oh, TG Pope on pole. And Squeezy 19th. Wow, wow, that's interesting. Could we be at final twist? Full rain conditions there. Juho's going to really struggle on no assists in these conditions. Look how wet it's all, and can't do that in Formula 1. Ashbest diving down the inside of Poe and takes the lead. Ashbest in the past in F1 2017 was a wet weather master. And Squeezy up to 13th already. Oh, there's contact behind. I think Squeezy has been taken out. Oh no. Oh well, he nearly did, but he got out of it. And there's lots of contact going on behind. Well, I thought he was taken out, but he wasn't. He somehow survived. I think with the damage off, he was just able to crash his way through. But Poe up to second place. So Squeezy, I think, needs to outscore Jaltex and Poe or Lambo. I'm not sure who it was, to be honest. And he will be championship. I think he just needs 5 points in the final 2 races, actually. So the top 2 then. Poe trying to get ahead of Ashbest. Jaltex just behind to get this decent camera shot. The field snaking through sector 2 as we head towards Junckau for the first time. So who's going to adjust to these conditions best? And as one of the brake marker boards gets wiped out early on, an early casualty of this race. Ashbest getting a good start so far. Former PSGL F1 champion, of course. And Poe just behind. Jaltex in 3rd, Tom in 4th, Dave Warbank in 5th, Lambo in 6th, Jack Tyler in 7th, KLC in 8th, Squeezy in 9th. And well, what's happened? Something's happened to Squeezy. Oh, Squeezy. What's happened to Squeezy? I think we have got a twist. Yeah, Squeezy's down to 18th. Has someone taken him out? Has he got the biggest target on his chest? I'm not sure, but Jaltex is up to 2nd. That's all I know. So if this stays as it is, this championship will go to the final round. So dramatic development here at Interlagos in these 4 wet conditions. I guess it's all good fun. The Jaltex really needs to win the race, I think, to keep it alive. Second lap of this race then. Warbank having a really good race so far. Anyone behind? Jack Tyler going for a Jack Tyler trademark dive. U57 Jack at work in his natural habitat. Squeezed off though, and there's also Poe's being squeezed off as well. Jack Tyler not getting on the power very well. Lambo up to 4th. Poe trying to fight back at him. Made a bit of a hash of sector 2. He's going to try and get past him. Oh, look at this for a camera view. That's brilliant. Look how close these 2 drivers are getting. Will Poe go for a move down the inside? Yes, he will. Of course he will. He had half the chance. Fair racing there. Left each other room. Poe trying to take a narrower line to get a better exit. Doesn't quite work out, but we'll go straight to the front. Because it looks like Jaltex getting very close to Ashbest. Squeezy trying to get back into the top 10, but it looks a tall order. I think JP Greenwood's just done an overtake. Oh no, Zexus has crashed. So a huge crash for Zexus, who got a podium recently. Oh, that's a horrible situation for Zexus, but maybe funny for the neutral. I'm not sure. Jaltex right on the back. Oh, he's gone off onto the grass. Watch out for Tom AJ trying to dive down the inside for third. Poe gets a time penalty. He's had quite a few this evening, have to say. Sexa gets another time penalty move. Corner cutting. So it's not going well as we go out of Juncal for the third time. Ash Best doing a really good job defending so far from J Architects and Tom AJ. Vintage Ash Best in the rain. Saw some of the best wet weather drives in PSGL F1 history, courtesy of Ash Best, including one which won in the championship. His only championship to date so far in PSGL F1. And Lambo up to third. Oh, could get squeezed off the track though by Tom AJ. Tom AJ trying to come back at him. They're losing so much time though. Top two are saying thank you very much. Sayonara. There's yellow somewhere. KLC. It is KLC. KLC's having a mare of a time. Well, I hope KLC doesn't think about what I think he's going to do, because if he does, then he will not be welcome to any future Sprint Race Championships, frankly. Yep, KLC sensibly gets out of the way, just not adjusting to the way they're look at that, Lambo and Tom AJ continuing their fierce battle. We go on to the penultimate lap then, here at Interlagos. Sectors, yeah, oh, and Lambo and Tom AJ are both off the track. Jack Tyler is in third position. You heard that right. Jack Tyler is in third place. And Dave Warmack up to fourth. So Jack Tyler has a chance for a shot podium here. The J Architects chases down. Ash Best onto the final lap. The J Architects, I do believe, needs to get this over to. I think he needs to win the race to take this to the final round. Although my maths is not the best, I have mentioned that before. So Jack Tyler down into turn one. He's got a lapped car ahead of him, so that's good news. Won't have to overtake him. Ash Best still hanging on for the lead of this race. And Warren Haig and JP Greenwood battling for the final points. Final points, I should say. Boomer just behind, and Warren Haig will sweep round the outside, Max Verstappen style, of JP Greenwood playing the role of Rosberg. And there's another Red Bull track. I think that's KLC actually still. Oh, in the background, Squeezy doing a beautiful pirouette. 10 out of 10 for that from the judges. And Squeezy's retired. Well, that was a beautiful sight in the rain. So JP Greenwood's got half a lap to try and get his first ever point in the Sprint Race Championship. Oh, that engine sound is terrible. So J Architects heading into the final. He's got to get Juncal right and try and get past Ash Best. So we've had a few retirements. Heading up towards the line, and I think Ash Best is going to take the victory here at Interlagos in the Sprint Race Championship. A brilliant drive from Ash Best, with J Architects in second. And Jack Tyler will take third, unless he had about 400 penalties, which he didn't. So very impressive. Can JP Greenwood get onto the points? He's right behind. Has anyone got a lot of penalties? Can JP get a point? Let's see if he does. He does! He's done it! JP Greenwood gets a point in the Sprint Race Championship, and that is a sight the neutrals have loved to see. Brilliant. Well done, Ash Best, for the victory, and well done, JP, for getting your points. So Ash Best proving he can still do it from time to time. I mean, of course, 5-lap race, very different to a 50% race, but hey, give him credit where it's due. Now, I'm not entirely sure if J Architect's result was enough to take the Sprint Race Championship to the final round at the US, but we shall see. Once the final finishes, is Sexa doing donuts again? Looks like he is. Well, I'd like them just to finish, please, if they're listening. Well, they're only embarrassing themselves, so that's fine with me. Good driving from KLC there. Well, he had an awful wet weather race. Well, it's giving the Red Bull sponsors nice viewership there. But we do want to get on with the final round, if you don't mind. They'll get to the line eventually. Go on board with Ash Best, who's actually just lapped both of them. And I think, yeah, Jamie makes the point. I think everyone's actually got points this evening, which is great. Right then, so Ash Best takes the victory. JE Architects in second, Jack Tyler in third, Tom AJ in fourth, David Warbank in fifth, Lambo in sixth, Jamie in seventh, Warren Hagen in eighth, Boomer in ninth, and JP Greenwood in P10. So your standings are. No, so Squeezy with a 27-point gap is your sprint race champion. So the final race will be for Pride. JE Architects had to win the race. I did have a feeling he had to. And Poe in third, Ash Best with the win up to fourth, KLC in fifth, Lambo in sixth, Tom AJ in 7th, Boomer in 8th, Jack Tyler in 9th, and Leon in 10th, the reigning champion. So congratulations to Squeezy. He's won it with a race to spare. But at least JE Architects has made it a little bit more respectable. Squeezy having a race to forget at Interlagos. So we're going to go into our final round at the USA, which of course had that dramatic finale in the last Sprint Race Championship. The Circuit of the Americas then, US Grand Prix venue, 5.5 kilometers circuit, 20 corners, featuring some copies of some of F1's best corners. So I'm just going to check actually, has everyone got a point? I think everyone does have a point. Maybe not actually. No, Joru and Cablo don't have points. So JP Green will be absolutely delighted with that point, because if Giroux and Cablo don't score a point, he will not finish last in the championship, and he's level on points with Juho Finn, his long-time associate in Formula Performance. So we will go back to clear weather. And yeah, Zex, I would agree. It was fun pirouetting, that is for sure. So for the final round of this championship, it's a one-shot quali, of course. So we're going to see pure performance, hopefully, from the drivers. Now, JE Architects had an awful quali last time, and if he had won that race and taken it to final round, it would have made it very interesting actually, because he invalidated his lap in quali, which really cost him any chance of taking the championship. But you know, this Sprint Race Championship has only one race remaining, and it's gone pretty good schedule so far. I wanted it finished by 9:30, and I think we're on schedule for that. But it's been really entertaining. I mean, I'll never forget that Bahrain incident. That was up there, almost up there with Frizzo's bottle, as one of the funniest things I've ever seen in a PSGL commentary. So let's go out onto track into the pit lane here at Circuit Americas. It's a very packed grandstand here in Texas. In terms of the modern track, Circuit Americas is definitely one of the best modern tracks in F1 history, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, the 2018 race was one of the best races of the season, and probably the best race that the track's had so far. And, you know, Kimi Räikkönen winning, of course, did make it even more legendary. I probably will make a video on that, or at least clip it for Twitter, Jamie. We shall see. Right then, well, Giroux, very quick driver in F4, will probably be trying to get a good quali and then just trying to get onto the pace. So let's run on board and then for a lap of the Circuit of the Americas. And let's turn off the HUD, because, you know, really that board on the side doesn't really matter, because it just switches every 2 seconds. So we get the full splendour of the Circuit of the Americas. And a great camera shot as we go through the sweeping S-bend section. Quite conservative actually from Joe Root. JE Architects retires from the session, and I think some drivers fancy a challenge from the back of the grid, or maybe invalidations. Yeah, invalidations probably. Straight away in that S-bend. Ooh, lots of drivers actually getting that wrong. Giroux goes through. Well, it's a parade of retirements. It's quite fun to see. As we go past the Ferris wheel on the left-hand side. More invalidations. Wow, it's just like half the grid invalidating. As Giroux continues on. Giroux, of course, obviously hasn't invalidated just yet. My F7 Championship rival from last season. Nice helmet, actually. Yellow and black. I've had a design similar to that in the past. Into the end of Sector 2 and then onto Sector 3. Ooh, it's run wide, though. And then the turkey-like sweeping right-hander section. Flat out on low fuel. And then down to 5th gear, and then almost up to 7th gear, and then into the final corner. And where is Giroux going to end up? Well, pretty far up the order. And no, he invalidated. So KLC is the one who takes the pole position. So yeah, it was a fun lap to watch on Joru, and Warren Hagen fourth ended up with so many people invalidated on that lap. Unbelievable. Did anyone actually manage to finish that lap? I'm not even sure. So we're just seeing disqualification after disqualification for illegal track maneuvers. So KLC takes pole from Poe, and then Leon in third, Warren Haig in fourth, and Dave Warbank in fifth, and Joe Finn in sixth. So only 6 drivers actually managed to set a lap out of the 19. So J Architects and Squeezy down the order. So quite a mixed up grid actually, even with the one-shot quali. But KLC 73 and Leon and Poe will be looking to finish the event on a high. We've had 3 different race winners in tonight's event. Let's see if we can get a 4th out of this one. As we get that unusual looking spectator position here at the Circuit of the Americas. I'd love to go to this track actually and watch a race, but it'd be damn expensive to go up there. Well, I hope everyone's enjoyed the Sprint Race Championship. We've seen some frills, some spills, and some outright comedy, and a few good overtakes as well. So, it hasn't all been carnage. Has been some good racing as well. But this is your final round of this Sprint Race Championship. Round 7. And Squeezy is already the champion. Can he finish the event on a high with a victory from outside the top 10? We will find out momentarily. Beautiful sunshine here above the circuit, so no problems whatsoever with grip this time. And judging by Jamie, if your drivers are running very high ballast, that could be a disaster. 5 red lights then here at the Circuit of the Americas. Lights out and away we go. KLC gets a good start, but Poe does as well. The unusual turn 1 uphill. KLC going very defensive straight away. Watch out for some mighty dive bombs into there. Has anyone come a cropper? Yes, a Renault and J Architects. Oh, J Architects spun around. Squeezy up to 7th already as they sweep through the S-Bends. Is anyone going to come a cropper here? Oh, someone has. Oh dear. Ashbest. Not the best time for him. On the grass, the Brazil race winner. Certainly won't be a race winner today. JP Greenwood driving a milk float, and Cablo spinning over there. Well, it's been a miserable evening for Cablo, but I'm sure he's had some fun as well. Not miserable. It's not a miserable evening for anyone. It's good sprint racing fun. Who doesn't want to do a donut on lap 1? Ashbesh retires. But at least he had 1 win today. So KLC, Poe, Lambo, your top 3. Leon in 5th. Warren Hagen, an impressive 4th so far. There's a lot of action going on behind. Oh, 3 wide into this corner. You don't see that in a 50% race. No, obviously no damage. They can take far more risk. Dave Warbank gets overtaken by 2 cars in a split second there. Let's go on board with Warbank as they go through this fast right-hand section. Warbank's going to think about a dive there, but that would have been completely suicidal. Watch out for Squeezy, diving down the inside of Leon, the now former champion. Oh, Leon getting all out of shape. Let's go back to Poe. Poe's going to have a look. Look at all. No. Warbank will dive down the inside of Leon. But Leon showing his experience there, taking a superior traction on the outside line and maintaining the position. So good driving there. So Giroux into the points, looking to score his first one. Oh, Ponage! Oh, he saves it somewhat. Oh, wow. He didn't spin it. He got penalties, but at least he saved the car from spinning. So he still got a chance on some points. But that was really complete cropper there. So we go straight back to the front. Top 3. Again, once again, top 3. We've seen this in a lot of the race, actually, where the top 3 have just sort of got away from everyone else. And I want to go down the order. Let's give some of the drivers down the order a bit more run time. J Architects going alongside. And it's Tom AJ's battling and Boomer. Oh, Zexa, I should say. Sorry. Ron Haig has disconnected. Dr. Disconnect has struck again. But only the 2nd time. So it's disconnect for 2 races. That's not too bad. For his infamous connection. So it's a Red Bull 1-2 currently. So KLC still leading. Lambo's overtaken Poe during the course of this lap. Squeezy trying to close the gap to them as we start lap 3. DRS enabled then here at the Circuit of the Americas. KLC, Lambo have yet to win a race tonight. Poe and Squeezy have of course won plenty between them, 5 between the 2 McLaren drivers. Dave Warbank once again dives down the inside but picks up a penalty, so not particularly smart manoeuvre. And Neil up to 5th once again. But looks unlikely he's going to get a win here. And oh, Leon completely destroyed, and that sums up his evening. It's been a championship defence to forget, but maybe next time being the hunter rather than the hunted will suit him a little bit better. But that was not an incident that Gene Haas was very impressed about. So we go then, more battling in the low orders of the midfield. 2 Sauers about to go into combat here. Watch out for Zexa. Ponish Town up ahead. Jamie trying to go defensive, trying to get some points. 2 Sauers going to battle here. And look at this behind. Duo Finn trying to take the reigning champion here. That would be something. So up at the front, the 2 Red Bulls have a decent advantage to Poe. Squeezy not quite having the pace to catch them. Dave Warbank's actually overtaking JR Architects. That's impressive. And Warbank, who's actually quietly had a decent evening's work. I think he's in the top 10. And Giroux is up to 8, so Giroux looking good for points here. Zexa, I would say, is not looking good for points after that incident. He has spun it and may pull off into the pits. So, yeah. Shocking moment for Zexa. Oh, and what happened there? I think I just saw Jamie getting spun round. But no, that was another Williams. I do apologise. So here we go. Giroux and Jamie going to battle. Jamie actually overtakes Giroux for P8. So good stuff from Jamie. Oh, not so good from Giroux. It's forced Jamie off. I think that was a pure accident. Just misjudged Jamie's direction. Let's go back to the front because look at this. Battling between the top 2 on the penultimate lap. Lambo squeezes him off. Poe just behind will fancy a bit of this action. KLC 73 has led most of this race, but Lambo's just overtaken him. He's going to go down the inside. Poe will take advantage of any mistake these 2 drivers make. Squeezy's not close enough to take advantage. Oh, Lambo will have the inside for following corner. Oh, a bit of contact between the 3. No damage, of course, because it's not on. Nudging around the corner. Oh, Lambo's been squeezed off there. But Lambo will still maintain the advantage. KLC taking so much more speed through this section. Top 3. Oh, this is going to get very tasty. This could be the battle of the evening here, even though the championship is already won for Squeezy. But a brilliant exit from Lambo, and that's going to give him half a chance. But he's going to have to cover off the inside because you are damn sure going to see a move by KLC down the inside. Oh, and he switches back. Can he get the move done? Oh, that is a brilliant overtake from KLC. Perfectly executed. That's possibly the overtake of the evening because Lambo moved late to get the racing line. The KLC timed perfectly without making contact. So a brilliant overtake from KLC, but there's still a long way to go. And Giroux has fallen out of the points. Oh no. Giroux, what's happened to him? He was looking so good for points. I'm just going to have a brief look at him. What's going on? He's back in the points actually because, well, Tom AJ's taken an interesting route. I think this is the racing line. Obviously it isn't. So let's go back to the front because KLC still ahead. Lambo may have to think about a big dive on himself. I think he's close enough to attempt one at least. Can he do it? No, he's not going to do it. KLC covers the inside. He's going to try and squeeze him off. And they're going a bit too wide, I think. Because here comes Squeezy, who may still try and get his 5th win of the evening. Lambo gets squeezed off. KLC is going to try and get the win here. Squeezy squeezed off for once by his own teammate. Look how close this is as they enter the final section to corners, the final lap of tonight's Sprint Race Championship. Squeezy, will he get on the podium? We're about to find out. And across the line they go. KLC will take the victory here, but will he finish there? No, Lambo will take the victory. He will take the sprint race victory here. Let's see what else is going on. Jack Tyler will battle away. And will he finish 6th? Yes, he will. Jamie will take his best result of the season. And Giroux, in the end, will get some points, I believe. Or will he? Yes, he will. So Pony's actually finishing 7th in the end. So Giroux gets his first points of the evening. So that's good work from him. Let's go on board with a Lambo so we can enjoy his victory here at the Circuit of the Americas. So a very entertaining final race for this Sprint Race Championship here this evening. Of course, this is a community event, so it is for fun. It's not commentary style. The racing action very different to what you would typically see in a league race. And I suspect Zexa is doing some donuts, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And yeah, he is doing some donuts and I think Leon is as well. He is indeed. Hopefully we'll be finished by 10 o'clock. But you know, why not a few donuts? Praga is in the pits for some reason. So entertaining stuff here from the grid. Would like them just to finish, please. Well, Leon celebrating the fact that he has just lost his championship, but he won the first Sprint Race Championship, so he'll be more than happy to win one. And of course, he won the last Classic Community event as well. So Zexa's going to cross the line, and that will be it for our Sprint Race Championship. So we'll confirm the final standing shortly. The one thing I'll take away from this event, apart from some of the racing action, was that crash at Bahrain. Sure, that was hilarious. Lambo then takes the final win of the Sprint Race Championship. KLC in 2nd, Squeezy in 3rd, Poe in 4th, Warbank in 5th, Jack Tyler in 6th, Ponytown in 7th, Jamie in 8th, Boomer in 9th, Giroux in 10th. And your final standings then, 130 points for Squeezy, 42 point victory over J Architects, TG Poe in 3rd, Lambo in 4th, KLC in 5th, Ash Best in 6th, Tom AJ in 7th, Jack Tyler moving up to 8th for that final race, and then Boomer in 9th, Leon finishing in 10th. And then further down the order, only one driver not scoring points, and that was Cablo. So that's one less than last time, actually. And here we go then. Squeezy, your champion here this evening, 130 points. Very, very entertaining. Yeah, J Architects once again impressing at times, but not quite having the luck to get up there. Poe in 3rd, Lambo in 4th, KLC in 5th. And further down the order, outside top 10, Warbank, Praga, Zexa, Ponytown, Jamie, Warren Haig, Giroux, JB Greenwood, and Cablo making up the top 20. So big congratulations to Squeezy for becoming the 2nd PSGL Sprint Race Champion. And I look forward very much to the next one, which I would suspect would be sometime in April, maybe May, I'm not sure yet, but I will certainly let you guys know later on. Well, a big thank you to all the drivers who took part in this evening's event, and thanks for watching, and see you next time.